Well, of course, in the summertime, people get out there. They want to be healthy. Maybe they're starting a new routine. Maybe you're starting a new routine. Well, how do you stay healthy while you're doing it? Bryce Wylde joining us, alternative medicine expert, author, and TV host, to talk about not only getting active, but making sure you can stay active by doing the right things.
One of the hardest things to do. Excellent, guys. How are you?
Now, first
Fiona,
and
nice
foremost,
to be here.
You're about to do 100K for
a little bit insane.
In
you know
24 hours? What's wrong with you?
The wheels may fall off, Fiona, I'll tell you something, but I'm going to do all I can. Look, you can run this thing, you can crawl it or roll across the finish line so long as you do it in time, and it's 48 hours that most folks have. But I've got a guy by the name of Richard Holloway, who's a part of my team of 4, and you all have to cross the finish line at the same time. Richard is blind, okay? So the blind leading the sighted. Isn't that interesting? So this guy's done 20+ marathons. He's done an ultras. He's, you know, he's a real, to raise money for good. This guy's raised over, $750,000 for various charities.
Well, and you were talking about this as a good method as well for people to get active and really have a goal in front of them as well.
I've become enlightened. So a couple of years ago, I started doing, charity work, and do some philanthropy with all my media, expertise, I guess you would call it, traveling Canada and so forth, and getting the good word out there. And I realized, hey, look, this is one of the most, empowering things, impetus, altruism, that is, giving back to charity. If you set or align your goal, here's what I'm saying, if you align a fitness goal with charity, you're so much more likely to do it.
Yeah, actual motivation to fundraise and to finish.
Isn't that the win-win, right? Isn't that the win? So last year I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I did that for mental health awareness. This year it's a 100K race, and next year it'll be actually riding across Canada.
And this year's for Oxfam.
This year's for Oxfam, absolutely.
And what we're talking about today is when you are active, how to make sure you can stay active. Injury prevention, proper nutrition, all that kind of stuff.
Fueling yourself up. It starts there. So, whether you're a weekend warrior or you're getting into a charity run, 5, 10, or otherwise 15 or 20K, whatever it is, there's some fundamental mistakes that people are making. And number one is fueling yourself, as you're talking about, Mike. So fueling yourself. I love this formula. So this is the easy way out. In fact, this is really well designed. First formula of its kind.
I like the easy way out.
Right? Most people do, right?
Speaking of the choir.
So this, this genuine health product called Active Fuel Plus is designed for before and after exercise.
How people aren't fueling themselves before the workout, and they're wondering why they're petering out, they can't finish, they're not strong, or they can't even complete their run.
Absolutely.
How important it is to fuel yourself before the workout?
It is so key. So we're not, carb loading anymore. Science has led us to believe there's certain amino acids like leucine and isoleucine.
Fettuccine Alfredo,
right? And that's always the excuse. Oh, I'm running that 10K tomorrow.
Those aren't a loaf of bread?
Right? So this formula's got all the protein that you need. It's got the electrolytes. There's a big rave around, coconut water. And it's got that in there as well for electrolytes. It's got beet extract. And what beets will do for you is actually what's called vasodilate. So I was looking for a $50 bill I had somewhere here on me. Oh, I
Beautiful.
It's in my
Keep hunting, my friend. Keep hunting.
Yeah, I'll leave it behind as one of the props for the shop. So imagine this is an artery, okay? And this is the artery. You put some beets into your system, and through the nitric oxide content in the beets, this is what happens to your artery. It expands, okay? Allowing for more blood flow to the muscles and to all the areas that you require it in your body when you're exercising. That's all in here. I can mix them up.
Now, so what benefit will have when that happens?
Well, that's called, the nitric oxide is going to actually increase circulation, allowing more blood glucose and more oxygen to the muscles, allowing you to run farther and faster. Ultimately, this is what I'm hoping is going to get me to the finish line.
So, Mike, shoot this back and just start running and tell us how far you can go.
Yeah, I'll quaff that and then away we go. But the post is the thing that I sort of always miss, especially when I was younger. Now I'm starting to understand it a little bit more, but that is the missing one for a lot of people.
It really is. The electrolyte replenishment.
Yeah.
Lactic acid builds up in the body for a reason. We micro tear our muscles, and this is purposeful so that during the recovery phase, we actually grow stronger and bigger, right? Isn't that good? Isn't that good?
Is really tasty.
They got to take all natural, no artificial colors.
It's like healthy Kool-Aid.
No, totally.
Unbelievable.
It's all natural. The beet is what colors it. And once again, the fresh beet extract is actually advantageous to us for circulation. It's got taurine in there, which is incredible for the heart.
I love taurine.
So to answer your question, Fiona, full circle, the idea is that the recovery phase is so key because during that recovery phase, you're trying to replenish yourself so you're stronger and more able the next time around. If you don't do that, lactic acid stays around for too long. You can't even compete the next day. Well, you just freeze up. You said, the feeling. You hurt. Actually,
I'm feeling it right now, actually, because I did my first run in a million years last night.
Congratulations.
So how important important are colorful fruits and vegetables? I mean, we hear this all the time.
Name of the game. So we're told to eat more blueberries and fresh berries, right? Free radicals reign through the system when we are extremely active, and they're purposeful. They also fend off against viruses and bacteria. So they're very helpful, free radicals are, but too many of them can accumulate, and of course that translates into inflammation, all right? Damage, exactly. So sweeping up the mess, the proverbial mess, through your diet is key. This is an anti-inflammatory diet, okay?
Okay.
The other mistake people make, well, it's not just this. You're not surviving on fruits and vegetables. Let me clarify. These fruits and vegetables, highly packed with antioxidants, are going to fend off the free radicals that will ultimately decrease inflammation in the body.
Simply said, eat them.
Eat them.
Good for you.
Mama said,
now,
eat them and drink
Michael
them
and I are both lucky enough to have arthritis at our young ages.
Yes.
You know what? It's not uncommon. I'll tell you.
The beginning starts especially for
the beginning starts in the mid-30s, you know, and I'm starting. I'll tell you, I don't love running, even though I'm doing this, and it's obviously keeping me fit. My hip's starting to suffer. I don't love that pounding and the pavement. And this is the second mistake people don't realize that they're making, and that is the active recovery phase, but managing inflammation. We're over-consuming the NSAIDs of the world, non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. These are the over-the-counter drugs that ultimately rot your gut.
It's so bad for your
some
stomach.
Solutions. Absolutely. So, California poppy in combination with a gnarly herb called devil's claw, okay? I'll tell you, this stuff works
I love gnarly herbs.
So two things that'll happen here.
Is that all you're adding to this interview?
I'm also
enjoying his active fuel plus,
yeah, it's really good.
He's recovering.
But what does this stuff do?
So the combination, this is called nighttime relief.
Okay.
So it's the best way to increase something called growth hormone, human growth hormone, HGH. It's a big fad right now. People
absolutely.
looking for,
People talk about it.
The only way to do it is eat healthy and sleep right. But this formula actually helps that. Deep sleep is the best recovery for your body and all your aches and pains. When you combine California poppy with devil's claw, you're decreasing inflammation and you're putting yourself into the deepest mode sleep possible.
And that's ultimately going to recover.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. For that instant pain relief, Wampool puts out this excellent product called Vitalis, nighttime relief. But for instant pain relief, why don't you go ahead and rip one of those open there, Mike, and you can apply that on.
Just put it on something.
Put it on something.
Put it on
something that's causing me pain.
What hurts, whatever. So these guys deliver. God thank them for helping support us in this Oxfam trail walker. This is powered by a unique Canadian proprietary delivery system. I do all my due diligence, so I have to. Extremely powerful to get through the skin. Just note, Mike, that it doesn't smell like camphor. It gets through the skin. It's called rutin. It's an antioxidant. All right, this Canadian company.
Give me a hand.
There you go. Look at these. I like your socks.
Thanks, buddy.
Look at those.
It's the year of the sock.
I'm not rubbing it on your leg.
Well, it's not going to go in by itself.
It's topical. It gets through the skin. It's almost instantaneous. You know, he'll get the most relief from this within minutes to hours.
Hey, look, it's a hurricane. It's a hurricane of hair.
I don't know that that'll actually permeate the hair. You got to get a shave first.
But this is topical for arthritis, for pain.
Osteoarthritis study that actually blocks five pain pathways. This will block and manage. And the thing about it is it's all natural, and it gets through the skin and targets those areas of inflammation extremely effectively. Okay, the folks that deliver.
Here's the deal. To get more advice, you can go, by the way, you can also support the Oxfam Trail Walker team that we were speaking of. It is a great fundraiser. He's going to be doing 100K.
I can feel that already.
I'm going to need that.
24 hours instead of 48. You can go to wildabouthealth.com to find out more info. And can we just run that whole thing in slow-mo? Again, that was fascinating.
If this relieves psychological damage, would you like to
put it right on your temple?
Just put it right there and try and erase that whole thing.
Let me also just say very quickly, at wildabouthealth.com, that's WYLDE abouthealth.com, there's over 500,000 pages of free information for your viewers all about this stuff. Natural medicine, anything you want to search, whether it contradicts with the drugs you're taking. Very key.
Love it, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.